So I bought this business, had a dream. Thought, let's build a fantastic business here, make something special for the customers. Let's build the customers, let's make it great. And we did all that. But then all of a sudden, just like that, it was all gone. What happened? Stay tuned, you're gonna find out. So there we were. I guess it was about 2 a.m. My wife nudged me. She said, David, somebody's at the door. Somebody's banging on the door. What, at 2 a.m.? So we got out of bed. We slowly made our way to the door because at 2 a.m. you don't know what to expect. We got to the door, I opened it up, and on the other side, it was a deputy sheriff. He said, Mr. Bay, and I said, yes. I'm sorry to inform you that your restaurant burned to the ground. What? It burned to the ground just now? Yeah, we think the fire probably started around midnight. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. All right, we'll be there. Let me get my shoes on and we'll be on our way. Fire. What am I gonna find? What am I gonna find when I get there? Is it something we can rebuild? Is it something that, well, maybe it's no big deal, right? Maybe you get there and, oh, it's just a little smoke damage, they caught it, no problem. Or maybe we have to rebuild the whole thing, who knows? But I keep thinking back about the good times that everybody was having when they would come to the restaurant. They come up for the golf, they come up for the bands on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and more than anything, they came up just to see who they're gonna see. I mean, it's a social hub. It's where everybody comes and gets together for a good time. Remember people running into each other. They haven't seen each other in 15 years, 10 years, and they live right down the road from each other, but they ran into each other at Pendleton Hills. What am I gonna see when I get there? Am I going to see something we can rebuild? Or do I have to pull the plug on the whole thing because we can't do anything about it? What's gonna be before us? What is the challenge?
New this morning, a popular tri-state restaurant burns to the ground. And the fire broke out early this morning on Country Club Drive in Butler in Pendleton County. A passerby saw the flames at the Pendleton Hills Country Club. And when firefighters got there, the fire was fully involved. Looks pretty bad. You can see on the video there, but there were no injuries, fortunately.
Well, the day of the fire, I came to work like normal here at the funeral home. And I was here a few minutes and my wife had called and told me that there had been a fire at the country club. And at first I thought, well, it's probably just a little something. And then when I went over there, found out it was all gone, and it was just like I'd lost a good friend.
Word started getting around early in the morning. My wife and I got in the car, we lived close, and drove to the club and of course saw what was going on. And I think my first reaction was personal and selfish. You know, I love that place, and to see the clubhouse be gone was scary, but immediately I went to the community. It was truly a community. Friday and Saturday nights were totally, couldn't get a parking space with the bands playing, and I just thought about what a loss it was to the community. All the times we had there and eating out on the back deck and missing all that. But very shortly after that, and I'll say a day or so later, I think the thing that hurts me the most was all the history and the nostalgia and everything else that was lost in the fire that told you like who the old members were, who won what tournament.
We were not here in Pendleton County when the fire happened. We were down in vacation, and my husband's phone started going ballistic. I mean, every phone call, I mean, it was like nonstop. And then mine rang and said, "You need to get on, the country club's on fire." And I said, "Oh no, you're wrong." And they said, "No, go on, you won't believe what you see." And when I turned it on, I couldn't believe what I saw. I just was like in shock. I mean, it was so devastating because that is a part of my life. I've been there since I was about 10 years old. My father helped start the club. He was one of the founding members, as well as my husband. And it was just like seeing my life blow up. And just, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was nonstop. It just kept going on. It was like seeing a president die, because I mean, you just couldn't take your face off the phone because we were watching the fire progress, and you just couldn't believe it. To me, it was just devastating. It really was. It just was heartbreaking. My heart went out to David and Tina and Betty. They had invested so much into the club, and you know, their heart and soul, and I just knew that, you know, there was nothing to do for them. And I called Betty and I called Tina, and I was just like, what do we do? And I mean, they were just in shell shock too.
I think it was July 20th or 21st of 2021. I received a phone call about 4:30 in the morning, and I was actually in Destin, Florida. Woke up about 5:30, looked at my phone, and actually had a text as well from a coworker from Duke Energy who was at Pendleton Hills shutting the gas off and showing me the flames and the building and the clubhouse, everything on fire, the golf carts. I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do?
First of all, I'm the only charter member left. I'm the oldest charter member there after Carol died. The club got in bad shape. We got down to 100 members. The ownership was not taking care of the chorus. And David got us back up to 200 members or plus, and improved the clubhouse and just made it, and brought the community together. I mean, I was always amazed to see people in that restaurant that I would have never dreamed would have ever stepped foot on that country club. And he just brought that back, and we had a community again. We made lifelong friends at the country club, and he was trying to bring that back again. And so when we saw it, a blaze of fire, I mean, I was devastated, because that had been my whole life. I mean, we started out just volunteering to do everything down there, and then we got the clubhouse, and then the volunteers kind of faded off, and we started paying for everything to be done, and it just wasn't the same. But David was trying to recreate that, and he was doing a great job, and that fire just blew all that out of the water.
So what do? Do we sell? Do we rebuild? Sometimes those factors are figured out for you. I mean, you saw the devastation. We're going to dive into it and unravel this thing. Stay tuned in the videos to come.